And just put everything, aside so then I can do it.
Do what?
I like what you're doing. Like any of these vases and stuff that need to be put away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Have a good day or night. I love you. Hello. Hello. How's it going? Yen Solo. Hello. Hey, Julie. How's it going? GK Wells. Wonderfully. Jessica was robbed. What happened? Oh, yes. Sorry, I was thinking of Big Brother. I'm like, I'm not watching it. No, I know. Hey, guys. So can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it good? Awesome. Brian gives me a thumbs up, so I'm assuming that is good. Hey, guys. Nobody wants. What was that? Let me scroll back up. Wonderfully says Sunday Zeke and Chris can now leave. So Wonderfully, who do you want to win? I'm still upset about Michaela. Okay. And Cheer Baby says, hey everyone, finally get a chance to see John live. I know. Try to get Eric to join me because we're going to talk a little about Survivor, just kind of refresh all our memories for tonight's episode. And then we're going to talk about anything else you want because I kind of talked about this last week's episode with my mama. So, yeah. Last week, okay. Wonder if he says Hannah or Adam because I hate the rest. Now, Wonderfully, this doesn't sound very wonderful. It's funny, but yeah. And Will and Brett. Donna T's here. Hey, Donna. Hey, Lori. Back at ya. Oh, Wonderfully. Thank you so much. You're the #1 fan. Tonight's loved one, says Brian. You're absolutely right. I'm so excited because the previews have told us that Adam could use his power to steal a reward, right? Oh my gosh. I want to know in the chat room, how would you guys feel? You all know how I would feel since if you saw my last show with my mama. I bet he will, yes. Estacia, yes. I think you will too. And what do you think? What will that do to his game if he does it? Jay Chris says he'll steal tonight if he doesn't win. What do you think that would do with his alliance people, especially who he takes it from, right? Isn't that the whole thing? Lori M., I saw you and your lovely mama. Yes. She's quite something. I love her. No, but all kidding aside, my mother is hilarious. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly Rice. Applause, applause. Yes, she is the best. She's so funny. Again, I'm so sorry, you guys, that she couldn't get here in time. to do kind of our favorite cooking thing. But, you know, it's still the holidays. So, we could maybe be doing a holiday cooking show. I'm not sure. I want to see her for Christmas, but my partner's work schedule's kind of crazy, so it's really up to his schedule, and we don't find anything out for like a week before, so, and he can't request any days off, so we're just kind of depending on that. So definitely if I'm at my mom's, we'll definitely do a cooking show. You know, also too, my partner's mother is pretty hilarious as well. So maybe you'll just drag her in. Who knows? Who knows? Lori M says, oh my God, I hope his mom didn't pass away. I just read that Adam's mom passed away. What? Are you kidding me? Stacy H, you are on the pulse. Okay, that's... I was looking earlier for like spoilers and stuff. Adam, survivor, mom. She was surviving lung cancer. That's right. Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right. November 30th, Adam Keenan's mom, Susie, died from cancer days after Survivor ended. Oh my gosh. When Adam Keenan found a hidden immunity idol on Survivor Millennials vs. Generation X, he said, Mom, this is for you. I love you so much. Overcome with emotion, he explained. Remember that? Oh my gosh. So it didn't just happen, because we all know this Survivor was filmed quite a while ago. So just days after Survivor ended, oh my gosh, just 2 days, says HollywoodLife.com. His mom passed away, and I guess now they're just kind of releasing it because it looks like he probably does steal it. And why wouldn't he? You know, especially that reminds us of the idol, right? And he dedicated it to his mom, and his mom was very sick, and it's just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It is just awful, J. Chris 143. You're absolutely right. He better have stole the reward if he did. You know he did. We know he did. He had to have. Every other site is and gossip is saying that most likely he did. I do have to say, there's not a whole... I think there's probably more spoilers on the types of challenges that they do, but I think CBS kicks some butt after last season, because it's harder and harder to find spoilers, so, and they're not telling me anything. And of course I can't keep Kelly Wentworth on here to save my life, right? Parawolf, if you're watching. I don't know. What a tragedy cancer is. Absolutely. It is awful, Kelly Rice. Just awful. So yeah, so definitely prayers for Adam. A little more on HollywoodLife.com. Adam's mom passed away from stage 4 lung cancer 2 days after the final tribal council for Millennials vs. Generation X, according to People. Filming took place months ago, and now he is trying to raise money through his hashtag #LiveLikeSusie Memorial Fund for lung cancer research. So I'm going to include that hashtag when I tweet this show out. So you guys watching, for Adam and for Susie, we need to show some support. Again, that hashtag is live. I'll type it in here too, so you guys can just copy and paste it. Is live. Live. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I'm gonna live like Susie. Live like Susie. All right, it's in the chat room. You can copy and paste it. You guys can send Adam well wishes. on Twitter, on social media. Adam's own word says, my mom was in good health, never smoked, exercised every day, ate organically and conscientiously, and avoided toxic environments, and had lung cancer. Oh my, it just goes to show, yeah. Not saying we should all pick up a cigarette. No. But yeah, that's terrible. Adam25 wrote on the You Caring fundraiser page, fundraising for lung cancer research is a fraction of the other cancers, 1/10 when you compare money versus death to breast cancer, for example, and it's largely because of the implicit blame we place on lung cancer victims when we assume they did something to bring it on themselves, which is a good point. Just like I just did now. I just said there's no reason to pick up a cigarette. We assume lung cancer, they must have smoked, or we assume that if we find out they didn't smoke, then maybe their spouse smoked, or they were around toxic environments. So as far as the other cancers, that's a really good point that he makes. We assume it's their fault. Why do we do that? That's awful. Hey, Brenda M. Life can be very unfair. Absolutely. Redheaded Michelle's here. Hey, girl. Things that would be horrible to lie about. J. Chris. Yes. So that's a really interesting perspective, because we do that as a society. I do that. I'm guilty as well. We should never just assume that somebody, a person who is suffering and dealing and struggling with surviving lung cancer, we can't assume it's their fault. It can happen just like anything in any of the other cancers. No, it's a really good article if you go to hollywoodlife.com. Oh my gosh, just awful. Okay, what's going on in the chat room? Ange Cheerbaby says, totally, he was thinking about superfans would reference fair play and didn't want that. And when you have smokers who live to 100. I know. Totally see it. Totally. Absolutely. Just referencing that whole thing is just terrible. So our thoughts and our prayers are for Adam. Madia, thank you so much for the likes. Really appreciate it. Kelly Rice, thank you so much. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. So we saw Jessica get totally robbed last week, right? Awful. Poor Jessica. Let me bring up some of the last one. I think I threw my notes away. Because it was a 2-hour premiere. So definitely. So we're kind of just talking about that and everything else. I felt so bad for Jessica. I mean, it was just the worst thing. I would have been so angry. But you know what? I mean, they sat there and Hannah's whispering. Okay, all of a sudden it's coming back to me. And Hannah's whispering, and it's just like, you never let it go. I mean, I'm going to recap what David said during that whole thing. Like, if you're upset with Zeke, whose name isn't been written down, you need to take care of him next, or, take care of me now. What? I can't even think. This does not have vodka in it, I swear. You cannot let it go to that. And then for him, to David to say, don't let it get there. Don't let that happen. Because there's a chance, especially if you're not on the block, No, you don't want that to happen. And then Ginger Chris is also gone as well. Jessica and Chris got voted out. Jessica's was absolutely the worst. Absolutely the worst. Prayers for Adam. Oh, Mom's online. Hey, Mom. You should see if you can guest in. And by guesting in, oh, other side, right there, if you see the tabs and it says chat, audience, and then guest, if you click on that tab, it will say, it will want to take your picture, and then it will put you in the queue if you want to guest in. And it's probably from your iPad too, so it'll be funny. It'll be so funny. John is the best. Oh, thank you, Mom. You make me strive to be the best, Mommy. Oh my gosh, Jenny G, you're awesome. Thank you so much for 100 bars. Wow. Awesome. So yeah, so Jessica got the worst one. And literally, Jeff said, the game literally voted you out. Like, you don't let it get to those odds. And I thought Jessica was playing a decent game. I know my mother was like making comments about her eyes, but who cares? You know, it's the way it got me. You can't tell. But, you know, I thought once she trusted Ken and Dave, she was in a good solid alliance, and to let that go to the rocks and it's just the worst. And especially to be warned at Tribal Council. But I can only imagine what that's like. I mean, we see just moments of it, but all the staging and all the crews and everything else, I'm sure it's very, very confusing. So, poor Jessica. All right, so, yeah, definitely time for the ultimate, Survivor Surprise. So I'm just kind of looking at photos at CBS.com. Because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. Right? And I know we're going to have some double episodes. So I don't know. Should I talk about what I'm seeing on CBS.com? I mean, you guys can go to it, but I don't want you to have spoilers. Or is that a spoiler? Ken now has the legacy, Brian says. Absolutely. So Jessica willed it to him. Jessica shouldn't have voted out Hannah. True. And Cheer Baby says, I was okay for Chris being voted out. It was a great blindside. Absolutely, Ange. I agree with you. My mother says, Jessica's vote for Zeke forced the Rock vote. It sure did. Should have thought about that because her game was good. She wasn't even targeted. And ended up leaving. That's how crazy this can all be. Absolutely. So, David should have used his idol on Hannah. Then Zeke would have been out like he wanted. I know. And we never know what happens in between all that stuff going on, right? Like, we always think we know what's going on. That was Adam's fault. Totally. I wonder if I can I make this bigger? Let me see. Because I got the screen in back of me that I can control. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Did I get to the side? Can you see it? Can you guys see that? Yeah. So this is on CBS.com. There we go. Look at me, I'm Vanna White. Oh, good. Cynthia F., you should become a fan since you are actually on the show. So it sounds like he kept his mouth shut, says Ange Baby. Truth was all that Adam. So these are some of the pictures that we're seeing on CBS.com that you guys are seeing now. So I think obviously David, I'm still here. David has gotten a photo of his father, or is seeing his father, right? Oh, this is bouncing all over the place. Yeah, perfect. All right. And there's Will with his mom. And she doesn't look that old. She looks pretty. Yeah. So she looks younger than me. Oh my gosh, how old am I? I could be his father. So Will's got pictures with his mother. Oh, Ken. Is that your brother? Oh, that's Ken's brother. What a good-looking family. Where is Maximus' mom? Are you here? You can teach me all that tech stuff at Christmas. No, it's not tech stuff, Mother. Will's only 18. Yeah, I think he just turned 18, Han Solo, before he got on the show. Here's Sunday. Waits for her surprise visitor. She could have brushed her hair. I mean, can't you just use your fingers and just comb through it a little bit? Oh, I messed them up. Like, can't you just... Brenda M's here. Hey, Brenda. How does Kim starve and still look like he's on the cover of GQ? I know. It's just some of those people. It's just insane. It's just insane. It's just, and so humble too, right? Ange? Right. Totally. Look at those abs. I know. I know. So Sunday could have definitely brushed her hair a little bit. Oh, here's Zeke. Zeke wipes away his tears. And see, he's looking good too. All the scruff looks really good on him, I think. Let's pick apart everybody else. Okay, now we've got Jay. Jay's overwhelmed when his sister pays him a visit. So I think everybody's going to get a visit, right? But then it's whoever wins gets the longest visit. Is that it? They kind of change it. It's always kind of different every season. And he's perfect. And he is. He's so... Oh, it's just... Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So there's Jay and his sister. Conniving little Jay. Now, it would be hard to watch your loved ones just sitting here on the island that you've been evacuated from a typhoon, right? You've starved on. You're totally starved on. Right? And, yeah. Her hair looks like a rat's nest, Brenda M. Brenda M, that's so funny because my mother uses that same term. In fact, she's used it on me a few times. So I could picture my mother sitting here. Of course, my mother would want more of a head and shoulders. She's, you know. But it would be pretty funny. I would start laughing. If I was a contestant on Survivor and my mother was there, as soon as I saw her face, I would just start laughing because she just cracks me up. She's just cuckoo. I'm cuckoo too. I'm just like her. Yeah, so there's everybody just sitting there waiting. So here's kind of the challenge that we're going to see tonight. The castaways get ready to fight for reward in the form of love. Oh, that just looks like a nightmare. Now, I kind of like this showing. What do you guys think of the actual showing of things in the background and discussing them? I just kind of made it up right now. I don't know. Is this bad? Are you guys... Yeah? Good? No? Okay? Yeah? Okay? So, yeah. So, yeah. All right. All right. So now we've got Brett battles through the sand. It's quite a... And we've learned all kinds of things about Brett, too. Like, you know, plays for my team. Yo, 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 he plays for my team. Uh-huh. The challenge looks hard. Yes. Oh, Mom, speaking of challenges, I guess what I got in the mail today. Okay? Oh, turn this way. Because I do. I'll stand. Let's stand. So yours is going to be on its way. Yay, they finally came in. And this is what the celebrities are wearing too. So, yeah, it's good. I love it too. Love it, love it, love it. Brenda M., where's Eric? Eric's going to be on at 9 Eastern tonight. Eric is actually was going to be on this show, but decided he wants to get a Christmas tree. Whatever. So he will be back in a few hours. This is the Survivor show, Brenda. Yeah, so this is Brett at the challenge, and that doesn't look that bad. Oh, Ken. There's simply no wiggle room in this challenge. Yeah. Ken. My mother says her favorite is Brett now. What makes Brett your favorite, Mom? I'm so glad I covered this show. It's the only time I get to talk to my mother. Holidays and the Survivor show. Whatever. It's just awful. It's awful. The endurance ones. They're just... J. Chris. What does FTW stand for? Fuck the what? Forget the what? Forget the what? Yeah. And then here is that article that I was talking to you about Adam with his mom, which is really sad. And then hashtag. So you guys have to do the hashtag. You guys have to do all that stuff. All right. Cool. That was kind of fun. For the win. Oh, for the win. And I'm the one that used a cuss word. Awesome. Ken for the win. I agree. Ken for the win. Dun, dun. Cool, cool. So I do. I mean, we didn't see any photos with Adam and his mom. I really think that they're going to do it. He helped pave the way for Pride. Zeke even thanked him. What do you mean pave the way for Pride? On Survivor? What's that what you mean? He's not the first gay person on Survivor, Mom. Pave the way. No. That is so funny. Do you know when maybe its last day is with Jason Nation? I think, Brenda, I think it's in a couple days. I know, Eric made that video. I even put it on my Facebook. But I think, yeah, it's in a couple days is when they vote and make the decision, all of that. I am not doing that one. But what I'm doing is I'm covering Big Brother Canada. So if you watch that, I'll be doing shows talking about Big Brother Canada with Dana. So that's going to be fun. Voting now. Good. Oh, good. So Rod Carlson is voting now. So Brenda, I hope he wins too. We love our Jason. Absolutely. It's over tomorrow, says Rod Carlson. All right, we got to all get our votes out. Let's all go and vote for Jason right now during the show. Right now. So we've got the hashtag to tweet out. Live like Susie. We're going to wish Adam and give him love and light for the loss of his mom. And we're going to vote in BB OTT, and voting is open now. The finale is tomorrow night, says Tara from LI. Thank you, Tara. Already did. How many times can we vote, Rod Carlson? Tara, let's do that. I'm going to vote now, too. Is it like America's Got Talent where you can just keep voting? CBS. Already did. Became a fan. 40 total, says J. Chris 143. Thank you. Rod Carlson's 20. It's 20 now. Tara from says 20 now, 20 more after midnight. Rod Carlson's 20 more tomorrow. All right, so it's 2020. So let's all, as we're chatting about this, let's all go, and I'm going to post the link in cbs.com. Is it /BBOOTT? What is it? Okay, good. All right, I'm on CBS again. I know this is the Survivor show, but it's Survivor and it's so much more. So is it under America's... Which house guest should win Big Brother over the top? All right, so I'm going to put it in here. I'm excited to see the level. Me too. So here is the link to vote for Jason. So if you guys want to copy and paste it in a browser, you can. You have 19 votes left. Vote again. So I'm just going to keep hitting it. Let's all take a moment and use our 20 votes on Jason right now. And Mother, you can do it too. It's not that technical. Sorry, just had to say, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Chris. J. Chris. All right, I'm using all my 20 votes. Then I'm going to mark my, I'm going to make an alert. And if you guys have an iPhone, you got Surrey, she can remind you, right? Let's do that. Let's set ourselves the reminder. Thank you for voting. That was the last vote of the day. Come back tomorrow and vote again. Share your vote. I'm going to share my vote. I voted for Jason. Sure did. Ugh, Twitter, it wants... I got to put my code in. My code. All right, so... now I'm tweeting my vote out. And I just did. Every vote counts. Every vote counts. J. Chris, you are right. Pass the word to vote for Jason. Absolutely. And just came back. Thank you for voting for Jason, John. Of course. I don't know if you've seen any of our footage in New York, but I've actually hung out with Jason a few times. And he's absolutely hilarious. Of course, I watched his season just before this. But no, just before that. But Meg had a fundraiser with, gosh, I forgot her name, from Survivor. And we were in New York covering that and live streaming that. And I met Jason, and he's absolutely as hilarious and so sweet. And I know I was reading some of the comments that I saw with Eric's video, and I was so shocked about some of the fans saying the things they were saying about Jason, about not being very nice and kind of being conniving. Andrea, thank you so much. Tara from LI. It was Meg's and Andrea's party or fundraiser. And I was shocked about some of the things they were saying about Jason not being very nice. And the season has been absolutely brutal, says Ange. I have not heard a whole lot. I haven't had a chance to really talk with Eric because he's been so crazy busy with this, trying to keep up with everything. I've heard it's brutal. But I heard that, Jason wasn't saying or doing nice stuff or whatever. And I'm just like, you guys, it's like Survivor. Outwit, outlast, outplay. Hello. Give him a break. And I think it was, I forgot what website it was on, where Johnny Mac had to come to Jason's defense, which was insane because some Big Brother fans, I don't know, were upset that Johnny Mac was backing Jason. I don't know. It was insane. Rod Carlson says, I think production told him to be over the top. yeah. I mean, it's a show. You know, just because there's no script, that's what makes it reality, because people are just kind of going off their instincts. But there's bullet points, you know, whether it's Big Brother, whether it's Survivor, whether it's Housewives. There's bullet points. There's an arc still of where they want the show to go, you know. So you have to remember that. Absolutely. He said he wasn't there to make friends, but to win the money. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that why you're on the show? To win the money? Absolutely. Oh, good. I see some of your votes are all liking Jason. Good. To win Big Brother. Okay. Now let's set an alarm to vote for Jason. Set an alarm to vote for Jason after midnight.
Okay, I set an alarm for 12 a.m.
There we go. Well, it just says set an alarm. How will I know it's Jason? Set an alarm to vote for Jason at 12:05 a.m.
Okay, I set the alarm for 12:05 a.m.
I guess that'll work. And I love how it says J and then the little apostrophe son. J son. Whatevs. Whatevs, sorry. Cool. So, I haven't seen anything of Big Brother, but is it Chrissy? Seems kind of kooky with that black bow. Yeah? Maybe Suri's a baby boomer too. Yeah, but you know what? I think Suri could guest in. Okay, Mom? See if she can. Suri, guest in to You Now.
Here's what I found on the web for Siri guest into You Now.
Delusional, says Chris. Is she? John, we can vote after 9 p.m. because... Oh, very good. Thank you. Because I need my beauty sleep, Rod Carlson. Thank you so much. Oh, Allie C. You're so awesome. Thank you so much. So Chrissy's delusional. We can vote after 9 p.m. Pacific because this is Eastern Standard Time. Good. She's the Derek of the season. Okay. Has Chrissy been on the block? And what do we think of Morgan? Morgan's cute. So she says. Yes, says Ange. Yes, says Rod Carlson. Okay, so Chrissy's been on the block, but she's the Derek. Okay. Yes, times 3. Oh, she's been on the block 3 times. Ugh. Ugh, no to Morgan, says Ange. So Morgan's not. So these... Well, this is really odd because we're not choosing between two like the house guests normally do. So there's no jury. There's nothing. We, as the fans, get to vote. Right? Is that what it is? This is weird. The plastics are only voting for Morgan, so Jason won't win. Oh my God, the plastics. It's so funny. Rod Carlson, you're probably a hoot to sit down and have a drink with and laugh. Jay Chris says, a vote for Morgan is just like a vote against Jason. It's over the top, says Anne. Absolutely. Yes, over the top seems right. So America's winners vote. You decide who will win Big Brother. Over the top. Vote for the one house guest to claim victory and a $250,000 prize. The runner-up will receive $25,000. You can vote up to 20 times per day. The winner will be revealed during the finale on December 1st. Holy crap. Oh, thank you. Wow, so it's half the money for both first and second place, right? Because it's $500,000 normally if it's on network television. So I want to know if there's commercials. Is there sponsors? Do you guys have a lot of the crap and sponsor stuff around what you're watching? Terraform says, the final three just made their pleas to America. Jason had the best speech, then Chrissy. Morgan basically said, I floated to get here. Oh my gosh. It's awful. Oh, because it's only 10 weeks, says Ange. Well, you guys are on the pulse with this. How did you have time to watch all? Oh, there's no commercials, says Jan Solo. And Tara. Good. Because if you subscribe for like $5 a month, you get to see it without it commercial free. Now, how was the chat rooms and stuff? Did you guys enjoy that? Because it was a whole new experience. And did they have the moments flash like they usually do? Ange says we didn't. Live feeders have kept me up to date. Oh, they'd have to. Excuse me, I had a little itch. A little itch and a pick. You wouldn't believe how long my honey-do list is getting with all the Big Brothers. Yeah, can imagine. I can imagine. Yes, we try to keep it nice here at Reality Recaps. We really do. All kinds of nice people. It's how it's supposed to be, right? But there are just some nasty people that it's just so easy just to be behind a keyboard. Look at me. I'm saying nasty stuff. Burp, 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 burp. It's awful. Awful. Cool. Well, I'm so thrilled. I have a feeling Jason's gonna win. I gotta reset my alarm. Thanks, Rod Carlson. So I can vote for Jason again. And I'm so glad you guys brought it up. So now Jason is getting 40 more votes just for me. I, again, have not been paying attention to this over-the-top season because it's been insane. Did you know Eric was getting death threats today from, I didn't know about the ones today, but Eric takes a lot of the brunt, I have to tell you. I get a few trolls myself, but nobody, thank goodness. I don't know. I don't get it like he does. Did you see the guy who bullied the kid? Says Jay Chris. I have not seen the guy who bullied the kid. It's deplorable, period. It's not necessary. People can take this stuff way too seriously. It's a reality show. It's still a show. People, especially when I did my first season with Big Brother, I think it was like 3 years ago. And my first real super official coverage was, God, what are we on? Was it 16? It was Gina Marie, Amanda Zuckerman, Andy won. That was my first. I watched Big Brother as a fan and stuff, but I never really covered it like with Eric and stuff until that season. And it was, that was the racist season. And so I was absolutely horrified by what was happening. And then when I got to interview them, it was 15. Thank you, Rod Carlson. And I got to sit down and get to know them as people. It's a lot different. People are, they put you in a house with strangers and cut you off from the world for a reason, because they want to see what happens. They've done the psychology profile on you. So, you're not going to be yourself. And I think a lot of fans take that just like, oh, they're just these nasty, horrible people. But you know what? You're not trapped in a house. You have all of this information and connection with people, whether it's in person or whether it's online or shows like this. And you have to just take it for what it is. It's a show. It really is. Yeah. But poor Eric. I know. Eric, it just gets treated like crap sometimes. There's just some really awful people out there that are saying awful things, and it's just, who has that time? I don't. I've been watching shows. What am I watching? So I got my hair done a couple weeks ago. I need to do something with it. And my barber, Carrie Ann, says to check out some shows. One of the shows that I checked out is a reality. I'm getting more into like the cooking and the competition, like Survivor, even Big Brother's a competition. But there's one called Elevator, and it's on. What's it on? Is it like Pop or something like that? I don't know. It's pretty funny having the people do these challenges when they're scared, and there are these two women that are twins. And I'm telling you, it's like Romy and Michelle, if you've ever seen that movie, Romy and Michelle in Goth torturing people to win money. It's pretty funny, actually. So I've watched one episode of that. Another show I've watched, it's not reality, I know, reality recaps, sorry, is Black Mirror. Have you heard of Black Mirror? Oh, thank you so much, Tara. So Black Mirror is a show, and you can see it on Netflix if you have that subscription. If you like The Twilight Zone, I'm telling you, you'll love this. It is like the modern kind of Twilight Zone. It is so good. You guys have to do it. Every episode is completely different, different storyline, different actors, just like The Twilight Zone. Check it out. If you need a little Big Brother break, like when after tomorrow night, after the finale is done and Jason wins, take a breather and just kind of, go with a mind melt and watch a scripted show. And you should check out Black Mirror. Jan Solo says Black Mirror isn't my cup of tea. That's okay. Yeah. If you only saw the first episode, Jan Solo, I understand. You should check out the second one, because again, it's completely different. It wasn't my... Is it horror, says J. Chris. I don't know if it's horror. I mean, it's got some creepiness to it, but it's not like Chainsaw Massacre horror, no. It's like Twilight Zone. It is. But the first episode, I didn't understand what I was really watching, and it kind of seemed kind of funny to me. I didn't really get it. But then I watched episode 2. By 3, I was hooked. So, Jan Solo, if you haven't gotten past episode 1 or 2, try number 3. I think you might get into it. And there's only 3 in the first season, so who knows? Rod Carlson, I think everybody is going to need a Big Brother break after this season. Most haters are insane. I know, it is totally insane. And the fact that they did this right after the network season is insane. I know Eric's going to need a break. I felt so bad. That's why I'm even kind of doing Big Brother Canada with Dana. So not only will I be covering it with her, we'll be doing pre-shows of Big Brother Canada, sizing up the house guests for their new season, but we'll also be going to Toronto, and I'll be going with Dana to Toronto and with Eric. Sick or not, I don't think we're going to fly. We're going to take the train. I told Eric, no more flying for you. Train only. So I'll be covering that with him, and we'll also be doing the backyard interviews again, just like we did before. Big Brother Canada, they're the nicest people. Usually we're the only American media outlet that even covers the live backyard interview. So it's really great. They treat us really good. They're super sweet. It's 6 months long now. Okay. When does it start? I think it does start in March. J. Chris, you guys are on it. You won't fly with Eric, Jan Solo. I have no problem flying with Eric, but I don't know if you've kept up with some of the gossip from Eric's flying adventures, having to be wheeled off the airplane. So, a train and a bottle of vodka. See, Rod Carlson, you and I are synced up. We're synced up. Absolutely. So yeah, Eric and I will either be renting a car and doing a road trip like Gail and Oprah. And of course we're going to film it. But we're definitely not flying. Eric is not allowed on a plane anymore. I don't even know if he's allowed to even fly a plane on his own. I don't think he's allowed. But we'll see. But I know that I'm flying to New York, and then we're going to drive or take the train into Toronto. So that's going to be totally fun. And then, of course, our Dana Goodyear is already there. So we will be doing that. Like the Temecula trip, Mother, yes. But even sillier. Absolutely. I know, I'm excited about BB Canada. Too bad you can't get the feeds in the U.S., but I heard they're awful. I've heard they're awful too, absolutely. And that is why it's so great to have Dana Goodyear, who lives there. She's involved in all the feeds. She's the person, everybody follows because she's got the inside scoop. She's invited to all the shows with reality recaps. Reality recaps is invited to all the shows. She can go to many of the shows that she wants. She is the live feed, so I get all my information from her, and she's got live feeder updates that she manages not just with US but with Canada. So our coverage of Big Brother Canada is spectacular, and I love it, and they're great. Pairwolf, sorry, watching the final speech is good. We were just talking, Pairwolf, so make sure you get your votes in for Jason. All of us during this Survivor show / talking about whatever we want, because we covered this last week's episode last week. We all voted for Jason. So Pairwolf, make sure you jump in. Use your 20 votes right now. Then use your last 20 for after midnight Eastern time. I don't know what you're talking about, Mom. My mother says Eric had never seen the desert. California. Good. Pairwolf voted early. All right, you guys. You have 6 minutes until this episode of Survivor starts. So get your favorite beverage. Get in your favorite chair. Watch this episode. I'm going to be watching it too. So most likely I'll be maybe live tweeting the West Coast. So I want to hear what you guys think. I'm excited to see Adam and his mom. Again, don't forget to hashtag live like Susie, SUSIE. Wish Adam well. Seems like a wonderful guy. Hopefully we will get some post interviews going after the season. We can talk to them. And have a wonderful night, you guys. Yep, there you go. Thank you, Rod Carlson. Follow Dana. And have a wonderful night. And thank you so much, Allie and Jenny and Ellie. Oh my gosh. And Kelly. You guys are so awesome. And Medea, thank you so much, you guys. Thumbs up. Have a wonderful night. And we'll be back on track for our post Survivor party next week. All right, until then, bye everybody. I'll see ya soon.